forgot, cold makes it fog, but at the same time it's cold, so you don't want the windshield down. It'll be nice and warm after work though. Man, it's cold. Damn, it's cold. Woo! I was not prepared for this. Oh. Woo! First real ride. And I had to do it in 30-degree weather. Oh my Lord. I have the right mind to turn around and just daggum ride another day. Daggum. Oh, well, I was hoping to talk a little more, but right now I'm just so focused on my fingertips and my neck. Shit's freezing cold. Like, it felt chilly, but not this chilly. Daggum nipples piercing through my hoodie. Oh my gosh, I'm freezing cold. Oh, I have to run this light because it's not gonna detect me. I gotta stop at a gas station to warm up. Oh, fingertips! Oh, fingers are so freaking cold I can't get my clothes off. I picked the wrong morning to ride. Oh. No, I'm not even gonna drink it. I'm just gonna use it to warm my hands up. I highly doubt y'all have any. Do you have any hand warmers? I figured. I knew it was like cold, but it didn't feel cold standing outside. And then I hopped on the bike and I was like, oh, I fucked up bad. But it should be warm in the afternoon, so thank you. You as well. I don't know how people do it. Too cold. Too cold. The good thing is in the afternoon, it'll be warm. Problem is, it doesn't help me right now. I don't know if the sensor is going to get me or not. Oh, the sensor got me. What a surprise. The one thing I don't like is the fog. Yeah, the fog's not a friend of mine. Sorry for the sloppy commentary. Late night ride, first real ride on the big road. It's dark, so I really gotta hone in. Alright, I gotta figure out that shifting problem I'm having. I'm riding in the center. I gotta get into, I mean, I'm riding, yeah, well, I was riding, you know what I mean. Okay.
All right, boys, so we're taking her on the bypass so I can avoid, you know, major traffic on the main road. Also so I can let Dylan, you know, get a good look. At the bike. That was fun. Oh yeah. We love the bypass. Oh dang gum. I'm hurting though. This wind is not my friend. Finally took the bike out on her first real ride. Let her eat it up. And man, oh man, is she a beaut. I'll tell you what, those cruisers and nakeds, obviously there's a difference, but when I say slight, to me personally, it is slight. At least riding fast. Like whenever I get on it, especially like just now, the wind feels just like a naked bike. Other than, you know, when you tuck, that's the one thing a naked bike has going for it. You have some more aerodynamics, but that's about it. That's all you got. It's just a little bit more aerodynamics. Looking into a cruiser or a naked bike, don't expect it to be like, you know, run, fun, gun. This is definitely something that you got to be careful with just because of that wind. Now, unless you get like a big old wind visor, that's a different story. And, you know, if you're a Harley guy and you're looking into those big bikes that got the wind visors and all that, then this wind probably is not going to affect you depending on the size of your windscreen as much. You know, if you're riding like a naked bike or a cruiser without windscreen, then, you know, you got some wind resistance you got to take into account for. So going fast, man, you know, it's a little shaky. I felt that this morning too, because I wanted to get to work, and daggum, it was killing me because it was so cold, but, you know, also going however fast, it was, you know, shaking me. And see, like when I turned my head to check for traffic, this wind hits my helmet and it pushes my head, so you have to be aware, you know, what forces you're encountering, because, like, you know, you don't even think about it. You just turn your head and the wind's like, hey, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot that was there. I got so many bugs on me. But yeah, no, she was a fun ride. 110%. Very, very happy. She's enjoyable. I didn't even realize I never put my sunglasses down. And, you know, always, you know, be aware of everything. Be mindful of your speed. Be mindful of the gaps. You know, especially as a new rider. You know, don't speed to create yourself a ton of a gap. Just make sure you're keeping yourself a gap between the car behind you, the car in front of you, and do everything you can to keep yourself safe at all times. Because you never know. I mean, like, yeah, right now, definitely, all these cars can see me, but the reaction time of a lot of people can vary, and, you know, how careful drivers are. That's the biggest thing you got to be aware of. You have to be way more responsible than everybody else. You essentially need to be looking where everyone else should be looking to make sure you are safe. It's sad. It's a sad reality of riding a motorcycle, but I guess that's just what makes it fun, is the thrill. And see, like, stuff like that. See, that truck was carrying a load. Just one of those things where, even though typically nothing happens, you just want to stay out of the way as much as you possibly can. Because even though an atypical day, stuff crazy don't happen, you never want to risk it. You never want to be careless. So tempting. So tempting. And that's why we don't give in to the temptation. See, we're up and rolling. I will say, on a cruiser, it's a lot easier for me to remember to turn off my turn signal. I don't know why. If I had to assume, I think, at least on this bike, the turn signal just naturally is where my hand wants to go. My thumb sits on my turn signal naturally, kind of like laying on it, essentially, like a little pillow. But I haven't really had that many issues of forgetting to turn my turn signal off that much. Yeah, biggest thing I'd say is, like, you're coming up on hills where people cannot see you, like, you know, maybe give them a little rev. That way people can be aware if they're not aware. See, the reason I sped up there, I was going downhill and I was cruising at, you know, comfortable speed. You know, I was going the speed limit, but sped up just because, you know, car behind me. And even though they weren't necessarily gaining on me. Ooh. A little bit different hitting it on the right. I'm not used to right turns that much. But, yeah, even though they weren't gaining on me, I wanted to create that gap, especially because you see stuff like this comes up. I'm not fully used to turning yet, you know. Having someone close behind me would make me even more anxious. And so, made that gap, and I wasn't even expecting the turns. It came up on them, and I was able to slow down, downshift, and hit them at a comfortable speed. Hitting those gaps and just creating a comfort space. Stop here and fill up. And you see, I'm revving my engine, letting people know I'm coming in, letting that person know behind me, you know, hey, something's going on here. Oh, feels so good. Such a change of scenery from the morning drive. Daggum nipples piercing through my hoodie. It's warm. I got a hoodie on, even though it's sunny and warm. So the wind cools me down. Oh. If I didn't have the mic on, I could have the visor up and I'd be chilling. If I wanted to let the wind hit my hair, I go to just let it go. I hate people that cut grass in the road. Oh my gosh, I hate that. I mean, at least it wasn't a ton, but like, dang, bro. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of the video today, boys. More to come. Oh.